Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to week 5. Today we get to find out when and if we're going to level 2 and when school will be reopening, so that'll be good later on in the day. You might notice something a bit different today. I actually used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. Alright, so on to the task for the day. The first task is writing. So I've already shared the narrative writing slides with you into your writing folder. So I'll just show you what it looks like and what you are doing today. Basically today we're wanting you to do a writing sample just to see where you're at in your narrative writing. So we want you to set up a new document called narrative writing and put this in your, we want you to set up a new folder called narrative writing, and then we want you to put a new document in there called names narrative story, and then obviously where it says name you put your own name, and then you copy and paste one of these pictures here onto your document, and then that'll give you ideas to write your narrative. So you're writing a short story or a narrative. The instructions are on the next slide. No longer than 1.5 pages with size 12 writing. Don't change your writing size up because it's very obvious when you do that. I noticed it straight away. And then once you've finished this, you put your link onto the spreadsheet, which is on the first slide here as normal. So here are the instructions here. Use your imagination and experience to narrate, tell a story about the picture. It could be about any part of the picture below that you want it to be about. Remember to plan your narrative. It needs an introduction. You need to set the scene, introduce the characters, and have a series of events that build to a problem and then a resolution. Use descriptive language to paint a picture for the reader. So that's writing for today and tomorrow. So make sure you use both slots as well because you shouldn't be able to do this in one go. We want you to take your time, so I actually shouldn't see any of those up until tomorrow. And then after you've done writing, it's on to reading. So you get to find out today what A Midsummer Night's Dream is actually about. So there is the story on Epic. If you can't remember the class Epic code, just send me an email and I'll let you know what it is again. Today we want you to just read from pages 1 to 32, which is Acts 1 and 2, because then on Tuesday you'll be continuing with the rest of it. And then there's also the slide here, which just goes over the characters that are in the story. So just have a look at that after you've listened to Acts 1 and 2 in the story. And then for maths, we are doing a revision on time. So there's a video that Mrs. Finn has made here, and there are some questions in that video that you can do. So complete those questions in your maths book, and take a photo and you can put it on your term 2 slide. And then after you've done that, copy and paste this slide, and then just type in this text box the time that the clock shows. And then there's one more activity on this page. So again, copy and paste this to your term 2 math slide, and then you're just dragging the arrows. Super simple. And then when you want to rotate it, you just grab it from the end here, and that'll move it around. So obviously you've got one big hand for the hour and one little hand to show the minutes. Just drag that around. Whatever the time is, I'm not going to tell you the answer. After you've done that, it's art. So you've got your class slide again here when you're finished. So don't color pencil art today. You need it shows you the steps. So there's 3 slides for art. So step 1, get a circle or something to trace around. If you have a compass to use, that would be great. Otherwise, you could just use a glass or something like that. You draw your circle, and then you could draw a tree like they've got here, or you could do something else if you can think of something else. Once you've done that, then you do all the lines with the ruler to make all the squares. And make sure they're evenly spaced. So this distance here is the same as this distance here. So actually measure it, don't just guess with your ruler. And then once you've done that, your tree or whatever object you've chosen to do, you just do it in vivid or black felt. And then after that, you color in all the squares. So in this one, they've done hot colors in the circle. So that's your red, orange, yellows, and pinks, and then the cool colors on the outside, just to create a nice contrast. So you could do that, or you could do it the opposite way around. And then once you've done art, you got spelling. So remember to transfer the words from last week that you didn't get right onto this week's again, and then your list 9 words have been shared with you. And if you go to spelling slide, so those are words with the prefixes mega and micro. And then make sure once you've gotten those written out, you have a practice of them. And you've also got your spelling and grammar activity slide shared to you, and that's in your writing folder. And move it to your spelling folder. If you haven't already made a spelling folder, you can do that. And then after that, you've got fitness. And we've actually changed fitness up a little bit this week. What you can do is you can get a deck of cards. Each number represents a different activity you can do. So there's examples on the next slide. If you draw over a 2, you go do some toe touches. If you draw a 6, do some jumping twists. But you can actually make up your own one if you want. So you don't have to follow this one. And then they've got it where if you draw a queen or a king, you get 15 seconds of rest. And then a joker, you get to choose your own activity. So you can just do these activities for about 20 seconds or however long you want to really. And then as soon as you've finished that, just draw over a new card and try to do it for about 5 to 8 minutes. And this is something you could actually do throughout the day. So you can do it for all your breaks if you want to. And for Zoom meetings this week, I'll just delete that. We got 3 Zoom meetings this week, and they're going to be at 10:30 a.m. I've already set all of them up, so just click in the comments. There's your Monday link. Just click on that. Here's your Wednesday link, and then here's your Friday link. And if it asks for a password this week, because it wouldn't let me turn that setting off this time, the password is just 17. Okay, remember Zoom meeting this morning. If you have any questions after that, just send me an email. Happy to answer that. See ya.